Welcome into another episode of the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast here on Sports Illustrated. My name is Tom Cavanaugh. Follow me at TCAV30 on Twitter/X, and also follow our insider pages at Rams Insider on SI. Today we're going to be kind of recapping a little Victory Monday from the Rams' 19-9 win over the New York Giants on Sunday afternoon. That game being played in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. Rams finished the season 5-0 on the road after starting the year 0-4. It came right out, 0-3, won their next 5 in a row away from SoFi Stadium. Extremely impressive, especially down the stretch, winning 8 of their last 10 games now. They've turned a 1-4 season into a 9-6 season with a full game lead in the division due to Seattle losing to the Minnesota Vikings yesterday as well. So looking back at the game, Matthew Stafford, not his best performance, but his team still found a way to win because of their defense. We'll get to that in a minute. But Stafford, 14-19, 110 yards, a touchdown, and then an interception. It's actually the first pick he has thrown since Week 10, over a month ago, against the Miami Dolphins in a loss. Very, very impressive stuff from Matthew over the course of the last month or so, really. And he's put together a 5-game streak of no interceptions, and comes to an end. But Rams still get a win, so it doesn't matter. Kyren Williams was really the bulk of the offense, 122 yards on the ground on 23 carries with a touchdown. Williams continues to be one of the better backs in the NFC specifically. When you look at it, he has scored a touchdown in 10 different games this year. That ties Derrick Henry, Jalen Hurts, and David Montgomery for the most scores in different games this year. As we mentioned, Stafford, not a ton of yards through the air. Puka Nacua was the leading receiver. It was targeted 9 times. He had 8 catches for 56 yards. Anytime they throw him the ball, he's going to catch it. Very impressive. Same thing with Cooper Kupp. Targeted 3 times. He had 3 grabs for 24 yards. And how about Tyler Higbee? 1 catch, 11 yards. They only targeted him twice. Kind of a limited role as they're still trying to work him back in. But a touchdown catch. His season debut after missing the entire year. Higbee gets to the end zone. A big crucial score as well, considering Jets had a 6-0 lead early on. They took that midway through the second quarter. Rams got on the board in the first half. Jets replied to go up 9-6. And then the second half, 13-0. Rams dominate, and they come away with the 10-point win. Now, defensively, this team was very, very impressive. I know Aaron Rodgers threw for 250 yards and a touchdown, but when Breece Hall is only getting 52 yards on 14 carries, and you got Isaiah Davis backing him up 12 yards on 3 carries, you're doing something right. 75 yards total of rushing offense for New York. That's not going to cut it against this Rams defense that played very well in the run game. It's really crazy, too, because first, I'd say a good majority this season, the Rams were bottom 5 in run defense. Not too long ago, Saquon Barkley ran for 255 yards on this team. Now they're really turning a corner, and over the course of the last 4 games, during this 4-game win streak, they are giving up less than 100 yards on the ground. So got to just tip your cap to this team's ability to make that in-season adjustment and become a run-stopping team, while also being able to hand out the blows as well with Kyren Williams. This isn't a stat I mentioned before, but 3 of his last 4 games now, he's rushed for over 100. So, whoever team plays this Rams group in the playoffs, if LA is able to hang on, it's going to be scary. Jared Verse as well was impressive. He picked up his second of the season, fumble recovery. The rookie continues to make himself a high candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hasn't been done by a Ram since Aaron Donald did it. And, Jared, his numbers are incredible. He's got upwards of 60 tackles, multiple sacks, in the top 3 on the team in sacks. Leads all rookies in pressures. Picks up another fumble recovery. He's got 2 forced fumbles and 2 recoveries now on the year. He's doing everything. I would not be surprised if he's holding that trophy for D-Roy at the end of the year. One other thing we'll mention, too, rookie Josh Carty, place kicker, off to a rough start. Missed his extra point to lead off the game, as we mentioned. The Rams tied it up at 6 apiece because they missed their extra point. But then Carty responded well, came through with a couple of field goals in that second half, 2 clutch ones, and to kind of separate the difference of last week's Niner game and then also again against the Jets here. 1-score game, you got to make it a 2-score with a nice field goal. Carty hits one from 45 yards and kept the confidence, even though his day did not start well with the extra point going off the upright. So just looking at this Rams team, 2 games left, both in division and both at home. Cardinals next week. If the Rams win that game, they're NFC West champions. Because Seattle lost to Minnesota this past week, they are now 8-7. The Rams are 9-6. One more victory, and that Week 18 game against Seattle does not have any bearing on this team's chances at a playoff. That's going to do it for us here on the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. Tom Cavanaugh saying so long. Once again, follow me at TCAV30 on Twitter/X, and also follow our insider pages at Rams Insider on SI, both on Twitter/X and on Facebook. Thanks so much. We're going to break it down, talk about the Cardinals all the way through next week. Happy holidays, everybody.